I really don't know what to say. So by the time you see this video, I'll probably be better. And I would have told my grandparents, etc. Because, you know, that's the right thing to do. I tested positive for COVID. I avoided it like the plague through the whole pandemic. And the minute the world gets back to normal, I get COVID. So here's the action plan. I'm going to quarantine for the next, God knows, I think it's 5 to 10 days. I need to Google all this because everything's changed since, like, the original, what you had to do if you got COVID. I just I'm gonna order more rapid tests. So from what I have read so far, I can be between the two houses. I just need to have minimum contact. So honestly, I'm gonna wear a mask when I'm around like my mom, my dad and everything. I'm gonna confine myself to my bedrooms as much as possible. Was considering getting like a mini fridge or something for Dad's end. I might have to see if I can order that. Only me. Only I. So as we're doing this journey, I thought I would take you along with me. Obviously, COVID is obviously a very controversial subject, so if you don't want to know anything, click off this video. Doing those swabs made my nose kind of like runny and itchy. The only good thing about this is I have had my two vaccines and my booster. Again, don't really care what people's opinions are on it. My dad is in his 50s now, and my mom is a diabetic and has other health issues, and then there's my elderly grandparents, let alone my little brother and my younger uncle and all these things. I made the decision, and obviously my granddad's wife, actually, funnily enough, I made the decision that for me, for my family, for what we all needed to make sure that everybody else, forget me, but everybody else in my life, whether I see them constantly or not, are protected, and that meant me getting the vaccine. They were getting it anyway, and it just as an extra level of protection. But I ended up getting it anyway. So this is, I guess, day 1 of having COVID. And honestly, other than like a slight cough and like the throat thing, I don't feel too bad. I'm gonna research a ton on what to do, like staying home, etc. Just so I know like what's expected of me, as well as maybe like a baby mini fridge for like some cans, etc. It's not my week. It's not my month. I've just got over migraines, I've just got over tonsillitis, I just got over being projectile sick, and now COVID. I can't win. I generally can't win. So I'm gonna pack up these used tests, making sure that like they're all put away, etc. Just because, you know, you don't want those hanging about. I've made sure my dad's tested. I just tested my mom, so she's definitely not got it so far. I have got a PCR test coming, so I will do that as well. And I'll have to have Dad send that off. I need to Google where the priority post box are so that that's being handled. While I am here though, I am going to quickly take my Antibac Spray and just like spritz down a ton of the surfaces just so that they're clean. Just because it will make me feel better and like I'm doing something, if that makes sense, to stop everyone else getting it. And also it smells really good. Good morning. So it is 7 o'clock. Nathan is here. There we go. Which is why I'm wearing my mask. He's got a cough too, bless him. But we did a PCR test, so at this point, yeah, I'm gonna have to go talk to Mum. Oh, I talk to Mum now because he's coughing a lot and his nose is running, so I don't think they're gonna let him go swim. You don't give my water. That's okay, mate. So I guess we need to make a decision. I'll be right back.
1 hour later.
Oh. Alright, for a minute, just because I am like dying. Me and Nathan have managed to take a COVID test. Mine is still positive. So far, Nathan's is negative, which is a good thing. So, yes, I took one last night, but I wanted to just double confirm. Just that the test was accurate. And it was. Nathan has done a PCR test, but I did a rapid test just so that we had that result, just because it makes me feel slightly better. I would prefer not to be in so much contact with him, but it is what it is. So I'm just putting the test results into the government website just so that it's done. So there's mine. And there's my notes. As I said, his is coming up clear, so nails and wrong postcode. No, I've already seen one. I am actually starting to feel a little bit more rough today. So I think going to Dad's might be my best option. Okay, so as I was just talking to my friend Amy, hi. She was just like, we were texting and she was asking how I felt and like, because she asked what was up and I was like, I caught COVID yesterday. So because she asked, I thought I'd fill you guys in. I'm sorry if you can hear my brother in the background. This honestly just feels like a viral cold. You know, like those weird chesty viral situations you get. So I feel pretty, like, I have a cough and stuff and I don't feel like fabulous, but I feel pretty good. I feel like I've just got a viral chest thing. Currently, this may get worse, and that's part of the reason I'm, like, doing this video, because I want to show you the progress of the next 10 days and sort of how it is. So technically in England, I don't have to self-isolate. I'm making the decision to stay between my two houses, so my social bubble, and I'm gonna kind of like go outside. I might try and get like a camping chair or something from Amazon so I can sit in the back garden and just kind of relax. So I am still getting fresh air over the weekend, but Nathan's like on the other side of the room, which is the only reason I've taken this off. but like staying in as much as possible. And then if I absolutely have to go to the shop, I'm gonna go during the really quiet hours, so like first thing in the morning or at night, and I'll obviously wear a mask and wash my hands and sanitize and everything. I don't need to go to a shop because I need to get more hand sanitizer and more like disinfectant spray and all those things. I also need to get laundry disinfectant because I'm wearing my masks, etc. So I want to make sure they're definitely getting washed and cleaned regularly so that I'm not getting sick. I'm also going to buy some cheap disposable ones just so I can throw them on and off while these are in the wash and drying, etc. because I don't want anyone to get sick. As I said, Nathan's repeatedly been tested. So far is testing negative, so knock on some wood that it stays that way and we'll all be okay. Anyway, we're just chilling. I'm gonna message Dad in a minute because Nathan seems to think we're all going back to Bubba's. Okay, so I'm at Dad's and I went masked into the shop and got some hand gel. So basically some sanitizer. This is Barryless and Hardlings, and I'm just going to leave it on like my desk or aside. For the bathroom, I got a Imperial Leather Nourishing Antibacterial hand wash. I got some laundry sanitizer for like our clothes and bedding once we start feeling better. Until then, I have some of this all-in-one disinfectant spray that basically everything I touch I'm going to spritz. Now, as I'm at Dad's for the weekend, it's not too bad because like it's just us and we've both tested positive for COVID. I don't know if I've told you that. So at least here I don't have to wear a face mask and anything because we both got it. But obviously I'm gonna chill in this bed. I'm gonna quickly check my emails and probably take a nap because I'm tired. But before I do that, I'm gonna open my window because some fresh air into the room will probably help. Sorry for that light. So I just wanted to check my emails. How? Real quick. Oh, everything came out today. Because I emailed my grandparents about sadly getting COVID and everything, and I just wanted to check in with them and let them know that, you know, I'm doing okay, but I'm feeling a bit rough. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go take a nap now because I have a headache and it sucks and my chest hurts. So you can tell Dad's not feeling good because he's eating absolutely no sense. Bless him. I did tell you Dad I did tell you that Dad tested positive for COVID. I know I did. I told you in the last clip. I think his mind's going a bit too laddie, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap because I'm struggling. I'm ranting at this point.
1 hour later.
I'm gonna be coughing a lot in this video. I got food. My first food of the day. So this is, I don't know what egg bofu. Eating. It is 5 o'clock. I took a mini nap and I'm just gonna relax and edit. So it is now. Mum's messaging me. Okay, sorry. So I was messaging Mum. I have one half of a cleaning bar now that I didn't eat yesterday. But while I'm like here, I thought I would show you the two things I picked up yesterday. So I picked up the Revolution eye brightening concealer in porcelain. So this is for like under the eyes because I'm running out of concealer. Like concealer that I would put under my eyes. And then I also got this Lift and Define Super Black 5D Lash mascara because again I'm starting to run a bit low on both of those, so I thought they'd be good. This was obviously before I realised I had COVID and I shouldn't be going out, so I've been using my hand sanitizer every time I cough, etc. I want to go to the bathroom. I'll put the soap in there as well. I'm actually gonna sit and relax and try and edit a little bit. Okay, so let's be real for a minute. It is 7:15 and I haven't yet to actually edit anything. I have taken my completed videos and put them on my hard drive that I have all my completed thumbnails, TikToks, etc. on, just so that God forbid anything were to happen, I could re-upload them for you guys. But I've just laid here and coughed and sneezed and felt okay watching Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and YouTube for like an hour and a half. So I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go pee, I'm gonna put the hand wash into the bathroom. I'm actually also gonna wash my face. I wash my hands, etc. to try and feel a little bit better and to wash any gunk off, you know, virusy gunk off. Because I think that will help. I'm also gonna like blow my nose and stuff because I feel really congested. As for symptoms, the three I have honestly is the cough, the body aches, a little bit of a headache, but like a tight / heavy chest. It honestly feels like I have a chest infection or a viral flu. Like that's how I feel right now. I don't know if that's as bad as it's gonna get. The more I do, like the more walking around, etc. I do, the more tight chested I feel, the harder it is to breathe. So honestly, I'm just trying to relax. When I was with Nathan earlier and I was wearing my mask, etc., I was finding myself like struggling to take deep breaths and actually like do things. I was getting really tired really easily, which was upsetting him and upsetting me, and hopefully a couple of days rest, even if I still feel icky, I'll be a bit better. And also we sent off Mum and Nathan's PCR test, and me and Dad are gonna also take PCR tests just to hopefully confirm what we already know, which is that we have COVID, but A, it will go on our medical records, and B, it just means that like we've taken all the tests, we know definitely this is what's going off, and you know, best case scenario is we come back negative and we don't have COVID, and it's just that we both have really bad colds that the lateral flow tests confused for COVID. So we shall see what happens. I will tell you guys and keep you guys updated of what happens until we get told either way. I'm gonna keep with the precautions, obviously, because Dad, we're presuming that Dad is positive like myself with COVID. We're not wearing masks in the house, we're both infected, it's what it is. I do still have my window open, letting in fresh air. I'm trying to keep warm while also like not overheating, and I'm just trying to look at the positive of this, and that is that because I have more time at home, I can make all the content and more of the content that I wanted for you guys, so that it's ready to go sooner rather than later. Once I do feel better, I'm gonna go and spend a little bit of time with my friend Amy, who I was talking to earlier today. Yeah, this kind of just sucks. I just feel like I used to feel when I used to get chest infections and ear infections all the time. That's the other thing. When I cough too hard, my ear, this ear in particular, feels painful, like it's popping. So that's a fun experience. But I don't know if that's just my body, because I had lots of ear infections and chest infections as a kid. So I don't know if that's just a consequence of all the years of those things, or if it's a COVID consequence. By this point in this video, I have already told my grandparents. I have emailed them, both have replied. So hi grandma, she does already know that I had COVID. This video will not be a surprise to her when it comes out. I actually don't know when this comes out. I might, depending when I edit this or how long I make this video, depends when this will come out and if I will replace it with a different video. Anyway. I wouldn't use hand soap to wash my face, but because obviously of COVID, I'm taking all the extra precautions, and that includes antibac washing my face. I'm now actually going to put my face serum on, which you've seen me do multiple times before, because I don't want to risk my face drying out thanks to the Antibac wash. So I'm gonna sort that out, and yeah, then we'll edit and go to bed, I think, just because I don't really have much else to do. I might go get another drink there. I'm only putting a thin layer on because I don't want my face to freak out. Under eye cream, I look really pale. That's the only thing I have noticed actually today. I do feel a little sick, but I don't know if that's just because I haven't been able to eat a lot. So I'm put some hand cream on because my hands are dry already, but that's just eczema for you. Sadly, when you have eczema, you find that everything dries your hands out really quickly, so I like to have hand cream everywhere. I've already spritzed my bed with the all-in-one disinfectant, so hopefully I won't get sick, even more sick. And obviously I'll spray that on Sunday when I know Nene and Mum are coming over.
The next morning.
Okay guys, so I'm really sorry if I look and sound awful. I've just woken up. It is 10 past 10. I'm gonna go bathroom, etc. I didn't go to sleep till 1ish in the morning because I couldn't find a comfortable position for like my nose and my chest. I'd get in one comfortable position for my chest and then my nose. In the end, I did end up falling asleep just from exhaustion. I've had some water. I've blown my nose, etc. I'm gonna take all my medicine. I'm gonna have like a cold and flu, hot blackcurrant, and things like that just to try and get rid of everything. I'm also gonna spritz the bed down real quick just because I've been sleeping in it. So if I give it up a quick spray, it'll be ready for me to climb back in later. Obviously, I will be stripping the bed, etc. when I feel a bit better, to wash with the sanitizer. It's just until then, I'm using this all-in-one spray that kills 99% of bacteria and viruses. So I'm going to quickly give the bed a really good spritz, and then we'll be ready to go.
Montage.
Okay, so you're probably wondering why I just did that. Water and food and drinks, etc. are all down here, and quite frankly, the idea of going up and down the stairs seems way too tiring, so I'm making a makeshift, like, chair bed with all the blankets and everything so that it's easier for me, and then when Dad gets home, he'll like help me take it all the way back up, even though he'll think I'm nuts. I could have used the couch, because that does have a pull-out, like, feet thing, but that just didn't seem comfy, so more upright is comfier on my chest, so that's what we're doing. I feel like crud, and I'm already lethargic and icky, from just walking to my kitchen to get food. Which is why I made this makeshift bed. I'm gonna eat, have my drinks, and just relax here for a bit. I'm gonna reply to emails and text and try and edit a little bit so that I do need to actually pop out, which is the bane of my existence, because I'm out of hot blackcurrants. Actually, I might text Dad to see if Mum can do it. Hey guys, so I spoke to you 2-ish, 3 hours ago. I took a nap. A really long nap. And you know what? I'm grateful for it. I've got my new iPad case on because Dad told me to put it on when it got here. I'm awake. Everything is draining. That's the only thing I have noticed about getting COVID, is that I'm really easily drained. That's my dad. I'm chilling still in my like makeshift bed thing. Which I'm really glad I did, because I've only had to go pee a couple of times. And honestly, getting up there, down has been hard. And it's just one of those things. My PCR test just fell on the floor. It's still in its packaging. I need to take that tomorrow or today. Dad's got to take his as well, because his arrived. Nathan didn't get jabbed today because my positive result obviously alerted them, and that means Nathan couldn't have his test. Couldn't have it done until I'm feeling better. That's sucky. I need to go to the washing machine and put all the stuff on the drying racks, but I might see if I can get Dad to do that for me, as he seems to have more energy than me, which is a good thing because he's old. Obviously, he's older than me, and in his 50s. I'd rather him have a less reaction to it. I'd rather be the one that's struggling. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to be having such a hard time. I'm gonna get back to like waking up and trying to do a little bit of editing while I watch TV. And if I do get back, I'll probably consider some dinner, because I've only had these pancakes and hash browns, and I also made myself like a mini ice cream milkshake. I haven't actually had anything else, so I should eat it as well. Also, like, I think we're on day 3. I honestly don't know anymore. I also know that okay, so I thought I'd tell you my symptoms. So originally it was just the cough and like a little bit of a body ache. Now I'm getting really lethargic, really easily tired, obviously from like the 2-hour nap. My throat is really kind of dry and ucky, and obviously it's now affecting my voice, which you can tell from how I'm speaking. The other thing I've noticed is like the brain fog. I'm finding it really hard to get my words out and communicate what I'm trying to communicate. And I'm really tired and lethargic, so I'm just allowing myself to rest and take in as much fluid as possible, and then I'm eating what I can. I did feel a little bit sick last night, like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't. I also haven't had too much of a temperature. Like, I get like waves of being like feverish, but then it goes away. And this nose thing, but I think that's more my hay fever than COVID. And then the other thing I don't have is the lack of taste. So I can still taste and smell everything. I can't really smell anything, like, but I can taste everything. Everything tastes normal. So that is actually why we're doing the PCR test, just to make sure. But yeah. Sorry, guys. So that's the worst part of this for me. So I'm still testing positive for COVID, but the test is like super faint. Like, it's a really faint positive. So I'm hoping that means that in the next day or 2 I will start testing negative COVID. So the results from Mum's and Nathan's PCRs came back. Mum is positive, which was the worst case scenario, and we kind of didn't want, but that's okay. Nathan is negative. So what we think has happened is Nathan has been asymptomatic or simply a carrier and has got it from school, because school have had a positive
result in his class. So we think that's where we've got it from, because me, Dad and Mum have now all tested positive for COVID. That's my food alarm. So give me 2 minutes so I can do that. And then I'm just having, hey Google, stop. I'm having Dutch pancakes and hash brown bites again, because it's the only thing that sounds good. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, the test results have come through. So we think we got it from Nathan, and he's just not like getting sick. I've done my PCR test, and I've scanned the label so that I can track it. I also did a rapid test this morning. I thought, why not? As I'm already doing a PCR, I might as well. I'm pretty sure this is going to come up positive, and that's fine. But I also know that around day 5 I can start testing again. I only did it today because I was feeling slightly better, other than this really hoarse voice and like obviously the cough. Which I'm actually going to make a hot blackcurrant for, because that really helped yesterday. And I'm going to live in this like makeshift bed that I've created until everyone turns up, because that's kind of what sounds good. And we're also going to eat and edit, and then we're just going to chill, I think. I'm going to watch Harry Potter as well, because that sounds like a good thing to watch right now. So I'm going to restart from the beginning. I've also got people to text, etc., but I can do that. I'm also finding that because of the cough and like the hoarse throat and stuff, I am slightly quicker out of breath. But the brain fog, which I was getting yesterday, which I might leave the bloopers in, I don't know, or I'll put them at the end of this video, has seemed to have dissipated just a little bit, which is nice, because it was really starting to get to me yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, the actual not being able to think clearly was really hard. Now I get brain fog. I particularly get brain fog when my migraines are playing up, but I don't normally get it to that extent when words can't come out my mouth, and that was where I was at. I wasn't able to articulate what was going on. Luckily, and bless my dad who came back early from helping Mum yesterday, was really good and understood what I meant and was able to help me and like things like that. But it doesn't help with filming when I can't tell you guys what the hell I'm thinking or what's going off. So honestly, I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm already getting out of breath, and that's soggy. I'm gonna make this hot drink. I did all the pancakes, so I'll see you when I'm eating. I don't know why I keep doing this thumbs up thing. So I have my breakfast and my drinks, which are down the side. I can reach them better. They're just down here. I'm in my makeshift chair bed, which has been the only way I've been able to sleep recently. I'm having hash browns, pancakes, and golden syrup. I know, that's a really weird combo, but it tastes so good. And yeah, I gotta do it right in Mum's card, etc. I'm feeling so much better. Yeah, so hopefully I can be a little bit more productive.
Later.
Oh, okie dokie, so we're outside. We are playing. Oh, we're going back inside now, okay. Apparently we're going inside now. We're done outside. We were playing on the swing, etc., but I think the grass is starting to get to him a little bit. Should we go inside? He is so close, but that's just no night. Yeah, time to go inside. Come on then. We can go inside. We go outside again later or tomorrow. Should we go have relax time and then bath time, or do you want bath time and then relax time? Wash all the grass off you. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're home. I don't know if you can hear the TV. It is day 4. I've worked it out of COVID. It is coming up 7 o'clock, so it is nearly little man's bedtime. I am gonna start editing this vlog. So this vlog may be Wednesday's video. Sorry, you can hear Nanite. He's very excited by the TV. I shall... no! I shall speak to you guys again when he's in bed. So, we have Scooby-Doo, one of the Scooby-Doos in the background. I'm doing a rapid test because it's been 5 days since my original COVID positive test. So I'm going to quickly do that. I'm not going to test anything because Nathan's PCR and rapids have both come up negative. So I obviously cleaned the area and my hands before. I started, but I did that before I decided to film the process. Oh. I will rewash my hands once I've finished as well. Nathan is being a very good boy. Alright, here's back in there. That's all done, and obviously I'm just going to put all the medically wasty stuff in this bag so that when I go to throw the test away, I can do. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. It's day 5. We're keeping the windows and everything open, other than the cough and the slight sneezing, which I think is more my hay fever than anything. And obviously my voice sounds really funny at the moment. I'm okay. I can't tell if my test is negative or not yet. Yeah, we're just waiting. If this comes up negative, that's a bonus. That means that I'm starting to come through the other end. And once I get a negative test tomorrow, I can start doing more things. So hopefully, that's a good sign. And honestly, it does look like it might be negative. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit longer because they take up to 30 minutes. So test results are in, and it is a barely this positive. Which is a little sucky, to be fair. It does say that I'm only on 7 days to go till my isolation is over, but I started to test today because it's 5 days from my my first positive test. So no, I didn't. No, I'm just putting in information for my COVID test so that Nathan's school knows what's going on. He's being a little bit of a monkey and won't have his breakfast right now, which is a little bit frustrating. So I'll try again in a minute. I am going to have to risk going to the shop though, because we need some essentials that we're running low on, so I'm obviously going to take all the precautions of wearing a mask, etc. Blah, blah. So I'm just filling out this COVID thing. Right, so we are having an indoor day. He did not want to have his oatmeal with his medicine in, which is hay fever medicine and some cough medicine. And so we are just going to have, oh, there we go. Sorry, my camera was crooked. So we're just going to have an indoor day. It is 10:15, and I've yet to eat. So I'm going to try and eat something, and he will probably steal some of my breakfast, and I'm also going to get the puppy some breakfast. I have a lot more energy today, which is nice, and I feel less icky. I have been filming a TikTok, so I will have to film some more for that, I think, eventually, but I'm not too concerned. Yeah. I'll see you when we have food. He's just chilling in my bed. I think at some point he's probably going to try and take a nap in my bed with turning lights off. Normally he turns all the lights on, but he's now turning all the lights off, which would imply he wants a nap. So, and hey, if he wants to take a nap in my bed, he's welcome to take a nap in my bed. Nathan can go back to school tomorrow, as long as his driver can pick him up. My battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna charge this camera real quick.
The next morning.
Hey guys, so my throat is still really messed up, and I'm sorry for that. It's just from all the coughing, but I did get my COVID test done today, and it is negative, which is a very good sign. So I am actually getting my stuff together to go to Dad's, and I forgot stuff. And we are gonna go until at his house, let my voice rest. Yeah, that's everything up there. So that I'm not so croaky. Last I filmed yesterday, we were in East Woodlands. We got plenty of fresh air. We had a Subway, and we just wandered around, which was nice, and I had a great time. And now I am just making sure I've got everything. So I'll see you at Dad's. Okay, so I have you on my new camera tripod. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully you guys don't fall. It's quite suctioned on leather, so I'm not too worried. I'm now going back to Dad's. Oh, I'm in reverse. Yeah, I'm gonna put music on and we're gonna drive back and see how this goes.
you broke down, you've been looking for parts of me. This time I'm just looking to part from you. For you it's a red sign, for me it's the right time. Like green lights in the sky, and the sun sets in the west, then it goes by. This time I'm drive, this life is a ride. Make sure that you live it, make sure that you try. Promise you I won't stop, not until I get by. Take a minute, just breathe, take a second, don't cry. Who had thought that I could be
So there's a couple of bugs things I want to look into. I'm not entirely sure about this tripod. I mean, it works great, but I think I'm going to have to experiment with it and figure out like how it works best. My throat is still really funny. As for COVID, because that's what this vlog is actually about, I still have the cough. I don't know how long I'll have that for, but this morning, as you saw, I tested negative for COVID, which is a good thing, and so now I just have to see if I test negative tomorrow, and see what happens. I don't know if I've heard about my PCR test, but I don't know if Dad remembered to post it or not. I hope he did. So obviously, just because I test negative doesn't mean I don't still have COVID, it just means I'm no longer infectious. So I am obviously going to continue trying to live the minimum amount between Dad's and Mum's and for the next few days, just until I feel a little bit better. Hopefully, if I feel better on Friday and I have 2 negative tests, I might risk going to the cinema because there's a couple of things I want to see as like a treat to myself, but I'll keep you updated on if I do that or not. As I said, the only 2 things that really are bugging me are the cough and this voice thing. I was hoping I could film, and I guess I could. I'll just have to explain why I sound funny. My dad just texted me, so I should probably hear what that's about. I can talk to him in a minute when I go back. So yeah, I'm gonna focus back on driving and singing my songs and just kind of, you know, doing me. I hope I'm in shot here because I generally don't have a clue.
You lost your powers over me. I'm okay without you, yeah. Who I thought that I could be. You lost your powers over me. I'm okay without you, yeah. Someone to love. You made me promise to treat you just like you want. I'm sick and tired of being the one you judge. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired.
it would do. No, I left my phone downstairs. Damn it! I'm eating a muffin for breakfast. I am eating a bit more now. Oh. Even though my wisdom tooth is playing up. I'll go grab my phone and put the results in so that I have them. I still have this cough and I still feel like meh, but nowhere near as bad as I did at the beginning of this process. I am going to still be careful for the next 5 days though, as that's my isolation period.